everybody, welcome to my studio. I'm Wendy from wendyadiazart, and today I thought we would do a nice fall painting with a lot of texture to it. I'm going to be working on an 11 by 14 canvas. It's a stretch canvas, so you can work on whatever you want to. But we're going to start doing some texture first on the canvas, and that will allow us some time in between. You can dry it with a blow dryer if you'd like, but and then afterwards I like a lot of texture to my paintings, so I'm a little quirky when it comes to things like that. I know. I can't help myself. I like the painting to kind of come out at you a little bit, so I layer a lot. And I work with acrylics, and I love acrylics. It's so easy for beginners, and I think you'd really enjoy this painting, especially if you did it with your children too. I think they would really enjoy this. So like and subscribe, because that really helps me out a lot, everybody. I really enjoy your comments, and I try to help you out as much as I can. So let's go, okay? Let's have some fun today. All right, so I have you tilted down as much as I can so that you can see my canvas. So that, don't worry about it. I'll lift up my canvas if you can't see it in between. So I'm going to be using some molding paste. All right, so we're going to take a little bit of molding paste, and we're going to just take our palette knife, and we're just going to go right in here. Sometimes your molding paste gets really thick, so you can just kind of mix it around and then take it out. I'm going to put it on the palette, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of white, make sure that's really mixed, and I'm just going to add it to my molding paste. I just want it just to give it a little bit of color. The molding paste kind of comes out gray, so I like to do this. I like to add this in, and I'm just mixing, just mix it around. Just make sure you've got it in there. Don't be afraid. Never be afraid of painting, because you know, if you screw up on your painting and you think you screwed up, because actually a lot of times you don't, you just think you do. I know, because if you wait a few moments, or you come back to your painting and you look at your painting, you're like, oh, that's not that bad. So yeah, so don't worry about it. So I have some molding paste on my palette knife, and I'm going to pick up my canvas so you can see, and I'm just going to kind of crisscross my molding paste on here. I'm just going to add a lot of texture. I'm not going to do the sides, and I'm going to kind of do this kind of quickly too, because I don't really want to take forever to do this. You know, we just want to get this on the canvas. So you're just going to kind of add some texture quickly. See how I'm just, see the texture that I just put on there? That's what you want to do, okay? And you can do it really quickly. You don't have to take forever to do this. I don't suggest that you do that. I just suggest you kind of slap it on, crisscross it any which way you want. And if you run out of molding paste, just mix some more, which I probably will. So there we go. What do you think? There's all my texture in there, that beautiful texture that we're gonna put the acrylic paints on. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry, and I'm gonna come back and we'll be all set. Okay. Okay, everybody, I'm back, and my canvas is it's pretty dry. I dried it with the blow dryer a little bit, so it might flake just a little bit, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm going to tilt you down as much as I can. So there you go. You don't really need to look at me. You just need to look at the canvas. And we're going to use some black first. So this is going to be super easy to do. You just put a little black on your palette. Like I said, this gets a little bit messy. So see, if you've got any paper towels hanging around or whatever you want to use. But yeah, I have black right there. And I'm just going to take like a 1-inch brush. I'm going to wet it first because this is acrylic, so you want to wet your brush a little bit. And then I'm going to take and make a line like right about here going across. Okay, and then afterwards I'm just going to paint this all black. Just go right in and paint all of that, and you can see all that wonderful texture. Because as you start to apply and go on your sides too, paint your sides the black. That way your canvas will be framed a little bit. Okay. And don't worry if you can't get in the little crevices and stuff. Don't worry about that. That just adds a little bit uniqueness to your canvas, to your painting. Okay, so we're just going to do that. And what I like to do is sometimes I just take my brush and I just kind of go like that to get into those little crevices. Pretty good. All right, you see what I did? See all that beautiful texture? See if you can see it. Yep. See, that's all in black now, and my fingers are all wet. Yep. So make sure you put your paintbrushes in water, okay? Otherwise you will ruin your paintbrushes if you leave your paintbrushes not in water with acrylic, okay? So we're just gonna all right, I'm going to dry that a little bit. I'm going to come back and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, I'm back and it's all painted and almost dried. I'm just I like to use wet on wet anyway, so it's not a big deal. I also did my palettes. I have the red, the orange, the yellow, green, and the blue. Okay, so that's what we're going to use. I'm going to tilt you down again. And this is going to be really fun. I'm going to wet my brush and we're just going to get some color on. And we're going to just get the color, and you can actually go right over the black a little bit. Just bring it right down over the line. So see how I have it over the line? And so I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to do my sides in the red. This will take a few moments because this is our base color. So we're going to be doing some birch trees, and it's going to be really, really abstract actually, a little bit. So this will take a few minutes to get this in there. looking good. And get that in that texture. Don't be afraid. Be afraid to kind of smack that in there. There. Okay, so we have that part done. That was easy, right? Super easy. So now, here comes the fun part. You ready? So I have a credit card that I'm going to be using. It's just a credit card. You can use whatever you want. If you want to use cardboard, you can use whatever you'd like. So that's not a big deal. You just need a flat side. That's all you need. And we're going to be taking white. And if you don't have gray, you can always mix white and black together and then you make gray. But first we're going to do our white trees. Okay, so we're going to be taking our credit card. We're going to get some white. Here's my white. Here it is. Take some white out. And this is going to be super, super fun. I love this part. And we're just going to make some trees, okay? We're going to put the white on the edge of our card, just like that, okay? So let's make some trees. We're going to start, let's see, we'll start over here. And we'll just take it and push it. So take it and push it, and take it and push it. Just like that. So you see what I just did on that side? So I'll show you on the other side now. We're going to take it. I'm going to make a big tree over here. I want a nice big tree. So this one's going to be pretty big. And so I'm going to take it and push it. You see that? This tree's going to be huge. So we're just going to do that. And you can go back over it if you want to. So we're just going to take our credit card and do that. And see all the texture in the tree now? Doesn't that look great? So see what I'm doing? It's moving that right along. That looks awesome. Like, see that now? You can see all the texture in that tree because we had put the molding paste on. You don't have to use molding paste. I tend to like it. Let's see. How many trees do we want to cross? Let's see. Because we're going to put gray trees, like little gray trees in the middle of these too. So let's kind of space these out just a little bit. We're going to go right up. You can turn your card if you have the white on the other side, just turn it. Okay. And this tree is not going to be that big. We'll make it a little bit smaller than the other one. There. That looks so cool. I love that. That looks really neat. Great, doesn't it? Yeah, so now we have some birch trees. See that? This will be a great fall painting. I love this. Okay, so I'm going to wipe this off. Wipe off your card. And then if you have gray, you can use gray. Do I have gray? What do I got? Where is it? Yep, I have gray. I have it right here. So I'm just gonna, oh my goodness, I'm just gonna take a little bit out. I just need a little bit. I don't need a lot. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna put it into our gray. Same thing as we did with the white. Make sure you have some room for it, because I don't have it. I did not make enough room on my palette for it. Come on. There we go. All right, so we're gonna we'll make little ones in the back. There. And we can turn it. These aren't going to be that big because remember they're in the background. And we're going to go right up. Wow. Because we put the texture on here, it's really grabbing to the paint. So this is really nice. I love that. Add a tree right behind this one, just a little bit, just to show that there's a tree right behind this one, because we have quite a bit of an opening over here. So we're going to just, you don't even have to, it's just a silhouette, that's all it is. We just want to show the forest a little bit. That's all you're doing. See that? There. It's kind of hiding behind the other tree. Okay, wipe this off. Because if you don't wipe it off, it will stay. And then, you know, it's kind of hard to use it the next time. So wipe it off. All right, so now we have our birch trees. How cool is that? Look at that. I think I need to make this one a little bit bigger, because remember I said don't make them too big at the top and then small at the bottom, so I gotta kind of fix that one, and I think I have to fix the other side too. So let's fix that. I'm gonna come over and just add a little bit of white over here. I have to do the other one right here too, because this one looked too small too. There we go. I think that looks better now. Okay, now I'm starting to get too picky. Don't get too picky. All right, so I think I fixed it. There we go. How's that look? That looks better. Maybe I better fix this one right here. Just see that edge right there? That edge needs to be fixed just a little bit. Just a little bit. Which way are we going? We're going this way because we want to make it look bigger. There we go. There we go. There, that looks better. I'm happier with that one now. Okay, so now we have all those. Look how great that looks. Doesn't that look great? I love that. All right, so now we're going to make branches, and I need some black to do that. You can use any kind of black. I'm just going to put it right over my gray, because we're just going to make some quick branches, and these are really quick, so don't get fussy with them. Wet your brush, okay? Don't get fussy with your branches. Just take them and go off to the side. There we go. See how I'm just doing that? I'm just gonna hold my brush and I'm just gonna make little branches. So we just want little branches. See? Just make little branches. Don't worry about them. Even if they're too thick, you can come down here and make a branch. See that? See what I'm doing? We're going to add a little white to these branches too, so you'll be able to see that. edges. All right, that looks pretty good, right? We're gonna let that dry a little bit because I'm gonna come back and put some blue in there for a little bit of a like a shadow on my white. Okay, so now we're going to get a smaller palette knife. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah, you can use something like this. Doesn't really matter. And then just go in right now. Just pick up some red. And let's see, I wanted my red to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to take just a tiny bit of black to it. Just a tiny bit. There we go. See how I'm making that darker red? So I took a tiny bit of black, not that much. And we're gonna have we're gonna go in now and we're gonna start making the textured leaves. So we're just dotting wherever you want your leaves to be. And we're just layering, that's all we're doing. Layer, layer. So just add your leaves. And this is, you can just keep building on this. And you can add it over to some of the orange. Make sure that you add it over a little bit. I keep having to mix this red because I didn't have a darker red. There we go. Because we want to add that shadow in. Yeah, that looks nice. I like that. There. A lot of texture to this painting. Love, love, love. Love this painting. Don't forget the top, because we always have leaves at the top. And don't forget to blend them in with the orange a little bit. So you can see what I did. You see all that? All the darker leaves. Now, when I do my orange, I'm just gonna keep some of my red on my palette knife and add my orange in with it. So I just added that so it made the orange just a little bit darker. There we go. And make sure you come down a little bit onto the tree. Make sure you add that down. There we go. Just add all that texture. Make sure you go on the yellow a little bit with it. And what I like to do is I actually like to scrape both of them together. Sometimes I like to pick up both colors and just leave it on my palette knife and then hit the canvas with it. I like to do that. I'm gonna need more color. But you can really play with this. You can really add some really nice texture to your painting doing this. Here, maybe Pull that over here. See, this is a really fun project, isn't it? And it's very colorful. I love fall. Summer's my favorite time, but I do love fall. It's cozy and you get to wear some sweaters. And I don't really like to wear winter jackets, but it's okay. I live in New England. You get used to it. Okay, so we have all that. Okay. Now I'm going to, let's see if I'm going to do that now. I think I'm going to do it now. I'm going to take, yeah, I think I am. I'm going to take some of my white and see this darker blue that I had? This is, what is this? Ultramarine blue that I'm using. So I'm just kind of mixing that together. So we have that color right there with the white. And just kind of, so now I'm gonna pick it up on the corner of my palette knife. Can you see that? I'm just gonna go over here and I'm just gonna put a little bit of a shadow in here. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Add that shadow in there. You see that? See how I just kind of added the shadow right along the edge of the white? You don't have to get picky because the texture underneath is going to pick it up anyway. You see that? So I'm just going to make sure that it's on the edge of my palette knife, and I'm just going to go along and just kind of, you don't have to hit every spot, you just want to pick a little bit of that color up. There. Perfect. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Love that. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of, I think, white and black together, but I want it on my palette knife. I just don't want it to be, you know, and I'm just going to make like little, you know how like the birch trees has the little circle a little bit on the tree. So you just want to kind of make it have like little nubs. You see the little nubs I just made? So I'm going to pick up a little white, a little black at the same time, make sure it's on my palette knife, and I'm just going to make little U's, little smileys. There you go, little smileys. And if you got too much black on there, just go over with some white. This is all about texture, remember that. We want to add the texture to the tree. Okay, you see all that now? That's looking really, really good. Okay, so we have that. That looks fantastic. And so I'm gonna get that white off, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get my red again. Get some red, get some orange. There we go. And I need some more yellow, and I'm almost out of my yellow. No. Squeeze in there. Come on. There you go. Okay, I have enough blue, but I'm going to add some aqua green to my green. So I'm just going to put it over where my my darker green was. And then I have a deep turquoise color. So I have that one, and I'm just going to put that one right over to the side. And if that's too dark, you just add a little bit of white to it, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up some white, and I'm going to come over here to my red. I'm just going to kind of mix that around real quick. And then I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to dab. So here's my highlight. So we're adding some highlights to our leaves now. I think I need some more white. And this is when you can really, you know, really kind of play and put it where you want. I highly suggest though that you don't think too much about this, because then you'll start thinking, oh, I didn't get it right, and oh, that's too thick, and that doesn't look right. And don't do that to yourself, please. Just don't. If you, you know, if you think of being a little kid again, when did you ever think about putting paint on the canvas? You never did. You just did it. You just, and then you didn't even listen to the teacher. You just was like, oh, paint, let's go, let's do it. And then you just did it. You didn't even listen. You know, you didn't even wait for the instructions. You just did it. So I highly recommend that you do that here, that you don't wait for the instructions and you go for it. There. So that's what I mean by your highlight. See, I just went for it. And we're going to do the same thing with our orange. We're going to add some white to our orange. Lighten that up a little bit. You know what I forgot? I did forget it. And I'm going to add it in now. So I have some yellow ochre. And I'm going to use that as like a deeper yellow, which I totally forgot. Oh, there goes my black. And I hope it's not. Wait a minute. Okay, it was fine. I'm like, I hope it's not going all over the floor. Yeah, that would be me. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of ochre in here. And I totally forgot to do this. But that's okay, because look, you can just add it in. Like, how cool is that? I'm doing this before I add that other color on. That's why. The lighter color. I want this underneath, actually. That looks really good now. Just gonna give it a little bit of something. Something. That looks great. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that now. Okay. All right, now we're gonna go in, and we have a little bit of that white mixed in with our orange. Just gonna add it here and there, because remember that's a big blob. That will add a lot of texture. In some of my highlights, you can see white in them, but that's fine. I don't really care about that, because you know, when you see leaves and you see them on the tree, sometimes you can see like the light coming through the leaves, and so that's fine. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit over here to blend those in. Come over and do my, which one is this? This is the aqua green. I'm gonna add the aqua green, and ooh, that's pretty. That makes that pop. Yep, I'm liking it. great. Love that. Okay. I don't know why I'm wiping off my palette knife. I usually don't. So here I go. We're going to see if this color is kind of dark. Yeah, it is kind of dark a little bit. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this in a little bit as this color, as the turquoise, and then I'm going to add white to it. So I'm going to lift this color just a little bit, but I am going to use this just to put this color in just a little bit here and there. This is how you add depth to your painting. Okay, so we're just going to add it here and there. Yep, that looks good. And so now I'm going to take some white and I'm going to come over here and mix it up with my palette knife. Okay, we're just mixing it right here. Okay, that's a little bit lighter, so yeah, that looks good. That looks better. Color was kind of dark. Like, whoa. There we go. And if we put it next to that color that we just put down, that looks nice. Looks great. Okay, so I think we have a painting. What do you think? Let's tilt you up a little bit. Here we go. What do you think, everybody? Look at, oh wow, look at all that texture in there. That looks amazing. Doesn't that look amazing? See? And now you have a fall painting. It's abstract. That's why I love abstract, because, you know, really anything goes. You can't really mess it up. So I hope you really enjoyed that today with me. I really enjoyed teaching you something new and exciting, because it's fall and, you know, you want something nice and warm inside your house. Nice colorful colors. And so, yeah. So like and subscribe, because like I said, it helps me out so much, everybody. I really appreciate what you do for me, and I really enjoy doing this. Okay, so I will see you next time. I hope you love your paintings. Bye, everybody.